Gator Nation, Billy Napier and his staff has struck again, this time landing a transfer from Osiris Torrence out of Louisiana Lafayette. Now that may sound familiar because we've already received one transfer from Louisiana Lafayette, and as we all know, that is Billy Napier's last school that he coached at, where we hired him from. And I know a lot of people question whether or not we should take these types of kids from smaller schools. But when a school goes 12-1, has one of the top-rated offensive lines in the country, and goes toe-to-toe with the University of Texas as their only loss, I say you take its best players, and this might have been their top overall player right here in Osiris Torrence. He was only a sophomore last season. I believe he finished second team All-Sun Belt, 6'5", 335 pounds. So we're getting a lot of beef on the interior offensive line, which was pretty badly needed because we have a lot of unproven commodities there heading into 2022. And now we have one locked up that's going to be an absolute mauler in the run game. Here we're going to watch his high school highlight tapes. I believe this is the first half of his senior season. I couldn't really find anything great on YouTube. Also on YouTube, I didn't want to take anybody's content, as YouTube typically flags that. I normally don't have any problems with Huddle. But if I need to reach out to Huddle, somebody let me know. I don't want to be taking anybody's copyrighted material. But for now, we'll keep doing this. No intention of doing anything I'm not supposed to do, but we'll check out his Huddle tape here. And after we watch that, we will go look at his 247 transfer portal rating. And then we'll go dive into the Gator Raider big board like we do in every single video to see how he impacts Florida going forward in 2022, which, as good as he is, it might be the only year we get him, and possibly beyond. So let's watch his highlight tape right now, and he'll show a lot of stuff that he carries over into the next level. He's playing defensive tackle here, I believe. I think he's a big guy right here. I think it's going to point him out right before the play. Yeah, it's him. Defensive tackle, which I think he was actually rated at in high school. There you can see he's huge. Good Lord. He is so much bigger than these kids he's playing against. Maybe this isn't the greatest video to show, but he does it at the next level too, I promise. There he goes, driving a poor kid back. How far are we back now? 15 yards. He gets nice and low in his stance. Obviously, this is a run-blocking stance. Super strong. He plays a little high in high school. You can see he normally want to get a better pad level than the guy you're blocking, but he's blocking kids that are probably 5 to 8 inches shorter. Here's another pancake block. You can only get so low going against guys like this, so he just manhandles them for the most part. And we're talking about probably over 150 pounds of weight difference right there. That's just not even fair. This poor little team right here. I have no clue what the overall score was in this game, but just judging based off of him versus them, this should be 70-0. Not even fair. You can see he's quick. He's quick for his size. He's 6'5", 330, and I believe he was the same size on his high school profile. So he hasn't really gained or lost any weight from what I could see. Probably lost weight, if anything, because, in college you typically put on a little more muscle for an offensive lineman. You shed some of that baby fat weight. In his case, grown man weight. Here we go at defensive tackle again. You can see he knows how to get low. He's just going against guys that are shorter than him, so he looks high. But he's got a nice bend. He explodes out of his stance there. Stays low, nice drive, and smacks people in the mouth. Man, I don't know how in the world he didn't get recruited by bigger schools. This tape is impressive. This is an extremely impressive tape. Look how big his legs are. This guy is just huge. Nice stance, stayed low, good pass blocking. He's not going to do that at Florida unless we need him to bounce outside for any reason, but I highly doubt it, seeing he's one of the best offensive guards in the country. I believe there was a publication that's already dubbed him as a possible first-team All-American, just to show the praise that he's getting. And we're not going to watch a lot of this. This is, an offensive lineman highlight video. I'm trying to cut down these video times a little bit as well. I know I've gotten a little out of hand here the past few ones, going over 15 minutes. There's no point to really do that. I can always just come back and make more videos down the line, which I'll go ahead and announce now too. After we get through this 2022 class, I'm going to start putting non-committed prospects out here, making an overall big board for 2023. So that way we can get the whole picture throughout the whole recruitment process. And hopefully I can run those, I don't know, we'll see, depending on how busy the recruiting period is, once every few weeks, once a month, up until things start picking up. Certain times I'll make more videos than others, and I'll keep going with the commitment videos as well. But I figured I'd let you guys know that I do plan on taking this a step further, getting better. I've already said it a few times in the other videos. I do want to get a little better, just the overall production, and maybe even get myself involved on the screen a little bit and show my face and all that fun stuff. But for now, we're going to keep doing it as is, as I'm always seemingly in a time crunch with a 3-year-old and a 8-month-old, who are one's currently sleeping and the other is downstairs on her tablet. Father of the year. But yeah. So I'm trying to hurry up and get through this video before she comes in here and barges in my door in my office. Okay, well, I haven't really been commenting on the highlight tape. I'm sure you guys have been watching it, though, instead of listening to me spew off at the mouth. And there he goes. He just sits on a kid and he eats it. We'll end it there. No, this one came up, so we'll get one more. Lined up in a run block stance and just pushes the kid out of the play. All that took was a punch and he went flying. So, impressive. That's all I can really say about him. And you can watch his college tape. There's no real highlight tapes made of him. Just cutting up every single clip of his good plays. Somebody wants to do that, please do that. That would be great. But for now, we'll just had to roll with the high school highlight tape. And now we're on the 247 Sports Transfer Portal rankings. These are the overall rankings here. So number 1, of course, is Caleb Williams, Quinn Ewers, whoever. And Jackson Dart as well. Can't leave him out. Top 3 guys there. He's rated overall number 20 in the transfer portal. And that's overall number 1 interior offensive lineman. So, big get. Massive. Again, massive is probably my most used words in any of these videos, so I'll try and cut that word out a little bit. But let's go look at his impact on the Florida roster as I hear my 3-year-old approaching, so I need to hurry up. We are at 15 expected offensive linemen now in 2022 with this addition. One short of where I think we should be. I mean, you could argue 15 would be enough. I just do 1 extra on top of the 3 depth. 5 offensive linemen times 3 is 15. So we're sitting at a pretty good number. Would prefer 1 more. If not, oh well, move on to next year. Hope no injuries happen. You can see as again, if you've kept up in the projected score in 2022, we're in the orange. As we know, orange is not good. Even though that shows that I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's right. That's correct. Because that is going to be our position of need. And the higher the score, the more of the need. So orange means this is going to be about an 8 or a 9, however you want to rate it. I'm pretty sure I rated it as an 8. Negative 1.23 rounds down to 1. Negative 1.5 would be a 9. So, yeah, I rounded down. That'd be an 8 position of needed offensive line. So that's one of our bigger needs. You can look through here and see that only cornerback and wide receiver, according to these numbers, are more of a need. So this is our 3rd biggest need as far as a position group. And we have an immediate starter coming in. Let's go look at the depth chart real quick. You can see currently projected. I wish we could break things down: offensive guard, offensive tackle, offensive center. I could go in there and do it myself, but some of these players fluctuate back and forth, so it's tough. Just keep it offensive line for now. As far as I know, these all are players still on the roster, other than the ones in the red, which is why they're red. If I'm wrong on that, somebody please point it out. Let me know. Trying to keep up with the news as much as possible. Currently, on our first string depth chart, we're looking, obviously, Josh Braun is probably going to start. Super talented. It's a guy that can play guard or tackle. Preferably, I mean, with our roster construction, probably going to have to be a tackle. Right tackle. 6'6", 342. So, guard size, but he moves pretty well. So, as of right now, with this addition, I would say he is likely our right tackle. Kingsley E. I'm not even going to say his last name because I feel like I'm going to butcher it. He's our center. We know him. Great player. Richard Gurage, starting left tackle, up and down, but overall pretty solid. Richie Leonard came on as a backup. He'll probably turn back into a backup now. Probably go ahead and list him as 2 once I put him on the roster. And Ethan White, that's our man right there. He is a great guard. We're going to have 2 awesome guards starting. I don't know who's going to be left. I don't know who's going to be right. Doesn't really matter. They're going to be mauling kids. So we have some big-time interior offensive linemen. We're going to be a tough, physical, run offensive line without a doubt. And backup, not worried about it because Torrence is above all of them immediately. And we'll look at him on our big board. And he comes in as our 4th overall rated commit. And that's probably too low talking about on the grand scheme of things, just because the highest rating I could go off of was this 92 score that 247 gave him in the transfer portal. I don't know how you're the number 1 interior offensive lineman and only a 92. You bump him up to a 94. I'm sure he's above McClellan at least at that point. Let's see. It's going slow. Sorry. Oh, no, I messed it up. I didn't do that right. Sorry, you got to do a .94. Boy, this is going slow. Didn't change a thing. Oh, well. Oh, that's right, because a 94 would still be an 8. So, anyways, 4th overall commitment. He gets an 8.1 on our Gatorator, 8 on the talent score. Position and heat is incorrect. I didn't update. I told you guys an 8. Let me go change that. I don't know why in the world that is not correct. 8. I probably took somebody out that transferred along those lines or something after I've checked. So he's probably about to move into 4th. Let's see. Yep. Sorry, 3rd. He was already 4th. No, I'm sorry. Oh, he's in 2nd. No, this is not correct. Something happened to... No, this is correct. Okay, Jalen Kimber, Kamari Wilson. Yeah, that's right. Okay, he's 3rd. He jumped Shamar James as well. So, I'm sorry. Again, another mess up. I'm going to try and clean that up going forward. Comes in as our 3rd rated commitment now at an 8.4. Another, if you're above an 8, it's a borderline elite get. Above an 8.5 is an elite get. So, he's pretty much at an 8.5. So, 3rd rated commitment here. Guaranteed starter if he's healthy, without a doubt, a starter. Impact is a 10. Didn't even hesitate to put that on there. So, overall, to review, we have a guaranteed starter at left guard or right guard next season, one of the best in the country at Louisiana. He's only going to be a junior, so if he doesn't go pro this year, we'll have him back in 2023. That depends on what kind of grades he's getting, and he's getting some high grades from what I hear. So, if anything, we kind of hope we only have him for a year, in a sense that means he's going to be really good in 2022 if he does go pro. So, there's your starter along the line, Osiris Torrence. Another recruiting victory for Billy Napier and his staff. I know he made the Ragin Cajun fans mad. Sorry, everybody. Got to get your guys. Bring them with you if you want them. He didn't take everybody. He only took 2, so get over it. That'll be the end of the video. If you guys liked it, like and subscribe. And hopefully we can get a little more out here in the near future. I still have Miguel Mitchell I need to do, who just committed to us. And we're looking like we're probably about to get a few more here after this weekend. So, exciting time to be a Gator fan. And it's going to continue that way into 2023 and beyond. I can promise you that. Go Gators.